everybody, this is Laura Bassen. I'm really excited to be joining you today on the Simon Says Stamp blog. I have a fun project to share with you using some new STAMPtember products that have just been released. I start off with the medium tag dies and the tag saying stamp set. I've already went ahead and pre-cut some tags. I did 3 white ones out of Nina Solar White and then 2 with some orange and yellow basil cardstock. I'm going to start with that 1 sentiment there, the love one with the heart. I want to show you how I can mask that. Well, you'll just see how I do it. First, I'm going to mount it on my block. And then I'm going to take some Post-its and I'm going to use the Post-its as a mask. So as soon as I can get one of those off, I'm going to tear it. I just need a smaller piece. Now what I'm doing is I'm just masking off the heart. So I'm going to stamp the love with VersaFine Onyx black ink, and then I want to leave the heart, which I'm going to stamp later, with some pink ink. So now that I've got that all masked off the way I want it to, I'll take my black ink. This is my favorite black ink to use. Gives the best coverage of any black inks I've ever tried. Just my personal fave. Okay, so now that we've got that all inked up, take off your Post-it note, and then I just took my little rag just to make sure that I didn't have any black ink on that heart. Okay, so now we're going to stamp that right in the center of our tag. And after we clean our stamp, now we're going to mask off the letters. So the L, the V, and the E, we're going to mask those off with some more Post-its. I go through a lot of Post-its. I think there's some masking tape I've seen Jennifer McGuire use. I need to try that. But until then, I shall use my Post-its. So now I'm using some Memento Luxe Pigment ink and Rosebud. This pigment ink is so dense and vibrant. I really, really love it. So tear off your Post-its, leaving only the heart, and stamp that. You can line it up so easily. And there it is finished. I'm going to set that aside to dry. That pigment ink needs a little bit of time to dry. So for our next tag, I'm going to use a diagonal stripe stamp on that stamp set and some same Memento Luxe pigment ink and Dandelion. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that diagonal stamp and I'm going to use it to create a background. I'm just going to stamp it, stamp it, stamp it. So start at the top, ink it again, and line it up. My head gets in the way here because you really pardon my bed head. Okay, you didn't need to see that, but I had to get over top, and even when I did, I still didn't line it up as well as I would really like to. Kind of a perfectionist on that. So anyway, moving on. Now we're going to take the balloon image and stamp that on top of the yellow stripes. Okay, and then next is the little congratulations or the congrats sentiment. I'm just going to stamp that down the side of the balloons. Okay, so here is the fun part. This is what I really wanted to show you. I took some liquid pearls in the color Opal. It's just like a white, kind of a pearly white color, and I'm going to fill in the center of those balloons very carefully. And you'll see once that liquid pearls dries, you have to set it aside for at least a couple hours or an hour or so. And so I'm going to set that aside and let it dry, and then you're going to see what I do later. Okay, so for this next tag, I took the solid stripe and I'm using some more of the Memento Luxe pigment ink, and I'm going to stamp a background on this tag as well using the solid stripe. So starting with the Rosebud, and then now this one is the Morocco. It's an awesome bright orange color, and we're going to try to line that up right underneath the Rosebud. Okay, and so the next color is that dandelion color right in the corner. And then at the top, some Bahama Blue. I love these bright colors. I have a thing for bright colors. And then finally, to finish it off, some pear tart up in the corner. I think these are all the colors that I have in the Memento Lux, so I just pulled out every last one I had. Now I might have a red one, but I think I need to get a lot more colors because I can't say enough good about those Memento Lux inks. They're so vivid and so dense. Okay, so I'm going to emboss a sentiment in white right on top of those solid stripes. So I'm going to ink up my stamp with Versamark ink. This sentiment also comes from that Tag Saying stamp set. Everything I'm doing today is from the Tag Saying stamp set and the coordinating dies. So I'm going to take some white embossing powder, some Hero Arts white embossing powder, and dump that all out, and then dump my bottle right out too while I'm at it. Hey! Just dump the embossing powder. Just dump it all over the place. I'm just as messy as my kids are. Okay, so now what I did here was I added some glossy accents to that pink heart. It really just gives it an extra something something. Okay, so now we're moving on to this orange and yellow tag. I'm actually going to end up with just one tag, but I need both of these colors. So what I'm doing is I'm going to emboss another sentiment from that Tag Saying set, and I'm going to be using some Zing blue embossing powder on both this yellow and orange tag. And it really looks very bold and bright when you use the blue on top of these orange and yellow tags. So here's that blue, and let's see if I can do this without spilling it all over. Let's see if we can do it. There's the blue. Doesn't that look great? I think this looks so cool, especially if you wanted to give it to a boy. It's kind of sporty looking. Okay, so next I'm taking this 3/4 inch circle punch, and first I'm just going to punch a piece of white, and I'm going to tape that down with just some temporary adhesive. I'm going to tape that down, and the reason I'm doing this is because I need to find the center of that sentiment, and it's hard to do because I'm going to be punching that out of the yellow tag, but when you put the punch in there you can't really see what you're doing. So I needed to put that white one on there as a guide to make sure that I punched it right in the center. This might seem a little confusing until you see the finished product. What I'm going to do is take some foam tape, and I'm going to mount that little yellow circle in the center of the orange tag. See that? So it's like a little bit of color blocking. Next I took this gift card envelope die and die cut it on some Juicy Pear Basil cardstock. This green cardstock is so cool. I love this color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss some polka dots all over it using it's a solid dot from the Lots of Dots stamp set. And I just wanted to make it polka dot, just for fun, just because. Okay, so now all you have to do is just fold up the edges, use your bone folder to get nice creases, and it's so simple and so easy. I can see myself making a ton of these gift card envelopes because I'm always using gift cards for gifts, and this is just a perfect way to give it to somebody, and it's really cute too. So now we'll seal up that bottom part and score it, and there you have it. Isn't that cute? And I'll show you how the gift card fits right inside. Here's a little iTunes gift card to go inside of it. Fits perfect. I think I'll be using this gift card envelope die a ton for birthdays and Christmases because I'm always giving gift cards to people. Okay, so now you can see how I added the glossy accents. That's dried, and now my liquid pearls has also dried. So I want to show you what I do to that. I take some Copic markers, and you can color those liquid pearls. It's almost like making your own enamel dots. I actually considered putting enamel dots in the center of those balloons, but the enamel dots weren't quite big enough. Plus, a lot of times I have a hard time parting with my enamel dots. I covet my enamel dots. So anyways, look at how cool that looks once it's all colored in. It really looks neat. Okay, so I wanted to show you what this love tag looks like when you put it with the gift card envelope. It fits perfectly, and it's a great way to give somebody a gift card. So I hope you're inspired to maybe make up a bunch of tags using these Tag Saying stamp sets and dies. Thanks so much for watching.